Hey babes, it's Jenni Prokopy here, the original Chronic Babe, and I am back at you with another episode of Girl Talk for Chronic Babes. I'd love to get your questions, so feel free to leave them in the comment section below or contact me through our website. We have a form you can fill out. It's super simple. Shoots me an email. Can't be easier. All right, so without further ado, let's get to our question this week. Okay, so our babe asks, how do you get over the guilt that comes when you just can't do the dishes or cook or anything else and your family has to do it, adding even more jobs to their already heavy load? This is a tough thing for me, especially now that my hubby is the only one working between us. He's in his 60s and he's oh so tired all the time. Trust me when I say, babe, that I totally understand you. I hear where you're coming from. I've had the same issue in my life many, many times where you need more help than you feel like your partner needs or your family, and you're always asking for assistance or kind of handing off jobs to them. I understand. I think it happens for a lot of us who are watching. Unfortunately, this question doesn't really come with a ton of concrete answers, so I'm going to try to give you a couple tips and things to think about. They're a little less tangible than my usual stuff, so let's give it a shot. Okay, the first thing to remember, guilt is for chumps. Guilt just keeps you down. Guilt sucks. It just takes your energy away from you. And it doesn't help you. It doesn't free up your mind to think creatively about ways that you can help. It doesn't help your partner any for you to be hanging around feeling guilty. It's bad for your health. So lose it. Get rid of the guilt. The second thing I want you to think about is, yes, there may be things that you can't do that you wish you could do, that you wish that your husband didn't have to do, or your friends. But this is just reality. And the people who love you are on your team. And if you go to chronicbabe.com, I have a whole thing about teams, just search it. But if you surround yourself with your team, mine is Team Jenni, there are people who have your best interest at heart, want only the best for you, just the way you want only the best for them. And they're willing to do a little bit more for you because they just know that that's part of the package. And what they get in return is you, your awesome self, your amazing self. And that is a great trade-off. I think if you surround yourself with a great team, they will understand that. Yes, sometimes I need help with things. I need help carrying out the trash, or I need help doing laundry. It usually involves lifting heavy things or running errands. But the trade-off is that I'm that person who will always be there to listen to you and help you strategize on solutions. I'm really great at meal planning. I will make you a playlist that will cheer your ass up and a workout playlist that'll get your ass tighter. I mean, seriously, that's just, there are things I'm really good at that some people aren't good at. And I think that it's really good for you to remember that there are things that you bring to the table that your partner can't bring, that you guys are equally matched. Which brings me to my third point and a kind of exercise I have for you to do. The key to vanquishing guilt is remembering that you are amazing. You bring so much to the table. You are a wonderful person. You have so much to give. And yes, your life has changed, out of your control, something that you can't necessarily fix. I bet you're doing everything you can to get better and to live the best life that you can. But in the meantime, yeah, you have some limitations, and that sucks. It really sucks. There's really no easier way to say it. The trick is remembering all the good things that you bring to the table so that when you're in a time of need where you're asking for more help, you're not feeling like you're only asking for help and then you're just helpless and a burden, because that's BS, okay? So my exercise for you is for the next week to keep a running list of all the things you do that are kind of intangible, tangible too, but intangible is the trickier ones to spot. The things that you do that help people, listening to someone, holding the door for them, organizing things, keeping the kitchen a little bit tidy, even if you can't do a full clean. All these little things that you do, feeding the dog, singing a song when you're in the shower that, makes your husband smile. I mean, whatever. Think of some creative stuff. Anything you do that helps that person live a better life, put that on that list. Once you got your list, Fold it up in a little piece of paper and stick it in your pocket or in your purse or in your bosom. I don't really care. Put it on your person and carry it around with you. Just carry it around with you. And every time you're feeling guilty about asking for help with something and you feel like you're such a burden and you don't offer anything, you're feeling guilty about it, take that list out and look at it. Because you know what? I find it impossible to believe that that list is not going to be long. I bet that if you really think about it, you can add a ton of things on there. And looking at that list will help remind you that things aren't quite so out of balance as they may appear. Yes, it's difficult for your husband, it's difficult for you too, just in different ways. And I think also by maybe talking to him about how you're feeling, that might help. I know it's a challenging conversation to have, but it's worth it. Okay, babe, I hope that this answer has really helped you. I hope it gets you to a place of no guilt, or at least minimal guilt. I mean, let's be realistic. We're human after all. If you like this video, please like it. There's a little button down there, just push it. You can subscribe to our channel, and that way you get alerted every time there's a new video. And in case you don't know, we have a weekly newsletter that 3,500 something people read every week that's full of awesome tips and fun news and links to other people's cool videos, stuff like that. So please head to chronicbabe.com and subscribe to our goodie bag, which is our newsletter. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. We're kind of everywhere right now, so pretty easy to find. So great catching up with you. I hope you're as well as possible, or AWAP as we like to say around here. And until we meet again, big smooches. Beep. Banish guilt. Give guilt the middle finger.